told your friend you're not okay? And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay? Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away.
sports all plays. Yeah. All sports all plays. All sports all plays. 365, we making the plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Yeah.
This is that shit that you bump in the ride. Don't listen to lyrics, just fuck with the vibe. I can say anything you wouldn't mind. Like 10 pennies, I change up on a dime. I'm pretty diverse, got a good sense of just how much I'm worth. Just haven't been heard by that person preferred. This ought to do it, I need that referral. It's a cold world, I feel like Gucci go bird. Put on a sweatshirt like Earl. We fairly odd, our future is broad. PSG mob, ASAP, how we need all the guap. Got my dudes doing head nods. Yep. Anyone else is a deja vu of themselves. I can outdo myself on the next song. It cannot be done. You can ask my mom. I'm the prodigal son. I don't keep old flows, not one. I make a hit and run. Stack my paper like a mailman truck because it's all about the funds now. My girls just wanna have fun now. They deserve to be so uptown. We came from living on the edge. It was rough around, so we run the town. Little old me, just 100.
Duval. Yeah, it ain't very good of a celebration of a Duval reaction show today on Jags Nation. You can see we are live at 9:30. This is the game reaction show. We'll come back on Friday at 7 p.m. That will be the breakdown of the next opponent, which will be the Las Vegas Raiders at TIA Bank Field on next Sunday at 1 o'clock. So welcome to Jags Nation. Today's game was at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was in Wimbledon, UK game. It was our London game. We went up against the Denver Broncos. Not very sweet. Once again, it's a close game. We lost by 4. Once again, the team led in the fourth quarter. Gave up the lead again. So they have to figure out how to win these close games. And I know this has been a somber moment for the Jags fans. Another letdown, another game that we led going into the fourth quarter. We have led in just about every game this season in the fourth quarter, and we only won 2 out of the 6 games right now. So they're 2-6. We have now lost 5 straight. It's very borderline. Not okay. It's a complex because you got to think this is a losing culture. My name is Ray Cruz. I am your host. So let's get the welcome banner out of here. Let me do some editing here. Let's see here. Final score was 21-17. Jaguars was winning at the time. So, I mean, that is all right. And this is what we're talking about now. The Denver Broncos 21 versus the Jacksonville Jaguars 17, the final from the Wimbledon Stadium in London, England. Yes. Russell Wilson did okay. Russell Wilson. The key thing was the Russell's scramble on that big fourth down play, third down play, and got the first down. Kind of put a little bit of sober moment, and then set up that Murray go-ahead touchdown. If we could have stopped Russell Wilson right there, we could have already had the ball back. Wouldn't have to worry about the go-ahead touchdown. We got the ball. So that's something that, we got to figure out how to do that. How can we stop key plays like that? How can we stop the key runs and key information? It's something about the defense. It's got to be something about the defense. And mentality goes in the first, second, and third quarter. They've been playing great football. Gets to the fourth quarter, some reason the defense gives up the key plays of the game, the key play. We don't have stout corners. We don't have nothing. I mean, the defense self-destructs itself in key moments. We're gonna talk about the stats and what's coming up. We'll be talking about that here momentarily. How does Jacksonville take care of the issues they have? Is it abilities to find stout defensive players that want to be man up and then want to take their responsibility seriously? Is that a way that we need to look and talk about? Is this just going to be the norm? How does Jacksonville break away from losing close games? I have some key points here. We're going to work out some key points and key issues here momentarily here. I want to, let's bring up here. Let's bring up this. This is what I want to talk about here. The Denver Broncos and Jacksonville Jaguars reaction games. This is the reaction game show. So basically the thing that you got to look here is Denver didn't score in the first quarter. Jacksonville led 10-0 before Denver got on the board in the second quarter, 7. Denver scored again in the third quarter. Jaguars did not score zilch in the third quarter. Both teams scored 7 in the fourth quarter. Jaguars took the lead 17-14. Immediately, Russell Wilson, it was set up on I think it was 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. They could have stopped him, but Russell scrambled the ball, set up for Latavius Murray's go-ahead touchdown run. They put him ahead for good. If you look at the first quarter, everything was going good for the Jaguars in that first quarter. Evan Ingram, 22-yard pass from Trevor Lawrence. 5 plays, 37 yards, 2 minutes and 56 seconds on the scoring drive. Second quarter, Riley Patterson, 37-yard field goal on a 6-play, 54 yards, 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Russell Wilson carried an 11-play drive for 75 yards, 5 minutes and 59 seconds. Jerry Jeudy with a 6-yard pass from Russell Wilson. And then Brandon McManus added the extra point. Third quarter, Melvin Gordon the third, 1-yard run. 9 plays, 98 yards, 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Couldn't get him off the field in that drive. 98 yards. They were on their own 2-yard line. And Russell Wilson created a drive to get them a touchdown to make it 14-10. They took the lead in the third quarter. A 4-minute and 22-second drive. Travis Etienne Jr., 1-yard run. Riley Patterson kicked the extra point. 6 plays, 47 yards, 3 minutes and 12 seconds in the fourth quarter. Left 3 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock. Once again, the scramble by Russell Wilson. Latavius Murray, 2-yard run. Brandon McManus kicked the extra point. 7 plays, 80 yards. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left. 1 minute and 43 seconds for the Jaguars to get it. What happened? We're going to talk about what happened. The last play. Trevor Lawrence pass short right, intended to Christian Kirk. Interception by K. Williams at the Jags 35. K. Williams to the Jags 35 for no gain. Christian Kirk. What happened? It wasn't the placement of the ball that Trevor Lawrence threw. It was a heck of a play by Williams. He dived for it and intercepted the ball. Why? Christian Kirk did not anticipate that he was going to be able to get to the ball. So he did not try to be the defender on the play and knock the ball away. It was a heck of a play by Williams. It was a perfectly thrown ball at a perfect location by Trevor Lawrence. K. Williams broke on the ball because Christian Kirk didn't try to make a contested catch. Unbelievable. We don't have that big dog wide receiver. Christian Kirk, I'm not going to tell you, we paid so much money for Christian Kirk in that thing. But you got to think about it here. This is what you got to think about. The Jacksonville Jaguars don't have that dominant one wide receiver who is dominant. Give you, for instance, DeAndre Hopkins, who made a great contested catch today. He went up for it, play the ball, high pointed. Came down with a contested catch to make the quarterback look good because he came down with that physical catch. Jacksonville Jaguars don't have that type of wide receiver that is a number one type. Go up and get the ball, high point the ball, make a diving catch. Quarterback sometimes got to have a help by the wide receiver. Travis Etienne did all he could today. Unbelievable game by Travis Etienne. But what happened? The defense on the defensive side. Once again, the defense let us down. The offense let down and took the lead 17-14 in the fourth quarter. The last touchdown was 7 plays, 80 yards. They went from their 20-yard line. We gave up a 47-yard deep pass that Trey Herndon was covering on. 3:49 left in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation. Russell Wilson passed deep right to Kayla Hamler to the Jacksonville 33 yards. For 47 yards, Trey Herndon was covering. If it wasn't Shaq Griffin, it's Trey Herndon. Giving up a deep bomb pass when you're supposed to keep him in front of you. First and 10 at the Jacksonville 33. This is the game-winning drive that our defense gave up right here. 2 minutes and 58 seconds in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation. Russell Wilson pass incomplete, short middle to Corey Sutton. So now that brings up second and 10 at the Jacksonville 33. 2 minutes and 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation. Latavius Murray, right guard, through the right guard position up through to Jacksonville 28 for 5 yards. Cisco and Acuna on the tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguar defense. Brings up 3rd and 5 at Jacksonville 28. 2 minutes and 10 seconds in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation. Russell Wilson scrambles left end to the Jacksonville 18 for 10 yards. Cisco with the cut thing. Two-minute warning. Come out of the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 at the Jacksonville 18. 2 minutes to go. Fourth quarter. Kevin Hamler, right end run to the Jacksonville 9-yard. Gain of 9. Trey Herndon with the tackle. 2nd and 1 at the Jags 9th. 1 minute, 54 seconds. Latavius Murray, right tackle to the Jacksonville 2 for 7 yards. Acuna with the tackle for the defense. Timeout. First number 1 timeout by Jacksonville at 1 minute and 47 seconds. First and goal with 1 minute 43. Fourth down. Fourth quarter. Latavius Murray up the middle for a 2-yard touchdown. McManus with the extra point is good. Center, Mayfield, Holder. McManus kicked off 65 yards to the Denver 35 to the end zone touchback. First play, 1st and 10 at the Jacksonville 25. Minute 42 in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation. Trevor Lawrence passed short right in, intended to Kirk. Intercepted by K. Williams. That's the interception. Put the game away. 4th and 1. All you had to do, knew that Russell Wilson was going to run the ball. 36 seconds, fourth quarter. Russell Wilson, right guard, to the Jacksonville 25 for 1 yard. The replay official reviewed the first down ruling, and the play was upheld. The ruling on the field stands in a ball game. All you had to do was stop a Russell Wilson's run to get the ball back and have another chance. We couldn't do that. It's all about the defensive perspective. The last 3 weeks, the defense has given up game-winning touchdowns. Not Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence has put us in victory formation, victory opportunities in the last 3 games. So I don't want to hear nobody say it's all Trevor Lawrence's fault. Trevor Lawrence threw the interception. That was a hell of a play by Williams and not a good play by Kirk to try to knock it down. The ball was in the perfect play. Why didn't Kirk go out there and dive for it too? He didn't put his body in the way of Williams. They let Williams jump it. I mean, it was one jump route. Both players had a chance to go for it. Contesting catches, our wide receivers cannot make contested catch. Contested catches, we cannot make. We don't have that big dog, that number one wide receiver big dog that we need. Let's take it a little deeper here. Let's take it a little deeper. I want to go a little deeper in this thing here. We talk about scoring plays. We talk about this. I want to talk about my keynotes here. These are the keynotes. Get the other banner out of the way here. We're talking about keynotes. We win third down efficiency, win red zone, win penalties, win the turnover, win the time of possession. Let's see how we did on these keynotes stacked and see how good if we could have won these games here. We were 4 for 11 on third down efficiency. Four out of 11. Probably about 30%. We won that because, well, if you include the fourth down, they were 2 for 3 in fourth down in Denver was. We didn't try none on fourth down, and they were 2 for 11 on third down. So basically, we won that efficiency. If you add the fourth down and the third down together for them, we won the efficiency. So we won the third down efficiency. We had a total of 65 plays there, 61 plays. They had a total of 12 drives. We had a total of 11 drives. Our play per thing was 4.7. Theirs was 5.4. Passing yards. Russell Wilson 230 to Lawrence is 114. Completion 18 out of 30 for Russell Wilson to 18 out of 31 for Trevor Lawrence. 3.5 yards per pass, 7.0 per yard. One interception. We lost the turnover battle. We had 2 turnovers. So we didn't win the turnover battle. We lost that. We rushed the ball 191 yards to the 101. We had 32 rushing attempts, 6.0 yards per rush. They were 3 for 3 in the red zone. We were 1 for 3 in the red zone. Penalties. We won the penalty. They had 12 penalties for 81 yards to five penalties for 54 yards. We won the time of possession. So we won the third down efficiency. We didn't win the red zone. We won the penalties. We didn't win the turnovers, and we won the time of possession. Like I said, the key wins for Jacksonville this year, we had to win every single one of them. Third down efficiency, third red zone, penalties, turnovers, and time of possession. The 2 games we won this year, we won all these. Every game we lost, we have only done a few of these. So key turnovers here. I mean, Trevor Lawrence had 2 interceptions. One interception he could have avoided. That was the K Williams, because the receiver didn't help him out in that one. But that's okay. I mean, they could have led afterwards. Trevor Lawrence, yeah, true, they could have. That's a thing they could have. But everybody wants to blame Trevor Lawrence too. But they could have won the game anyway with that mistake too, because if the defense could have stopped the Denver Broncos for scoring, they took the lead. We were winning 17-14, but that defense let them go freaking bonkers, especially that one key drive. The one key drive. I'm gonna tell you about here. I think this is the game. This is what put the game really away and really doubted the Jacksonville Jaguars. The second touchdown the Denver Broncos took with 9 plays, 98 yards, 4 minutes and 22 seconds. We let them drive almost the length of the field for a touchdown. If we could have stopped that drive right there, this game could have been different. Yep, the pick in the end zone. Yep, true. But also that long 98-yard drive, too, is not a thing, too, so. Yeah, I mean, dude, Jacksonville's last five games. Let me see if I can get to it. See if let me bring up the last 5 games for Jacksonville here. Let me see here. Let's go to next week's game, because that's going to give me the 5. That's going to give me the 5 breakdown schedule here. Let me bring this game up here. This is going to give me the last 5 breakdowns here. Dude, the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, let's go after the Cleveland, right after the Chargers game. Let's start with Philly. Turnovers. Yeah, it's by Trevor Lawrence. That killed us in the Philly game, 29-21. The Houston game, 13-6. Defense gave up a big penalty on the 3rd and 20. Gave Houston new life, and they scored the only touchdown in the game. They put that game away. Defense could not stop Matt Ryan passing attack. 52 times they passed the ball. He completed over 40 attempts, and he lost 34-27. Another game loss. Last week, the Giants leading in the 4th quarter. Couldn't stop the Giants from not scoring. We drove it all the way back to the 1 yard line. Got all the way to the 1 yard line, and they stopped us, short of the end zone. And then we lost another heartbreaker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight games of heartbreak loss for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The only 2 games that we have played a complete game are the 2 wins that we had. Indianapolis, we played the complete game. Stopped them, 24-0. That's week number 2. Week number 3, we played an excellent game against the Chargers. Yes, they didn't have the starting quarterback, Justin Herbert, but they played a great game, too, 38-10. Then the woes started. That lost to Philly, and we were up 21-0 in that ball game. Dropped a big freaking play. Trevor Lawrence put the ball perfectly, and the receiver couldn't get it to it. Well, it kind of overthrew him. But if he would have caught that, it would have been 28-0. We wouldn't know how that game would have turned out at that point. The Houston game was just not focused. That was just a boneheaded play. You know, Trevor Walker, first-round draft pick, threw down the quarterback, got a personal foul, gave him the automatic first down. And then the defense missed Pierce broke 8 tackles to get him down to the 1-yard line, and they cashed in for the only touchdown in that game. Like I said, Matt Ryan went off in the Indy win on the 16th. So, and they got to go into the film room and look at the mistakes that they did. Yeah, true. They have to overcome bad plays. They have to overcome all kinds of stuff. But I'm going to tell you this. And you can say what you want to say. You can call me whatever you want to call me, whatever. But I'm going to tell you like this. These are close loss. Jacksonville has been blown out a lot of games last year. They wouldn't play these games tough. They get down on themselves. They get blown out last year. We are trying to learn how to play football once again under an NFL coach. You can tell you what you wanted to say, whatever you want to. Every game we have lost have been within 7 points. Every game we have lost within 7 points. Some games, like the Commander first loss, we led in the fourth quarter. We led in the fourth quarter in all these games. Every single game we have led in the fourth quarter. And the last 5 games we have lost. You can say what you want to say. Trevor Lawrence made a few mistakes, yes. You can say it on the offense. You can say it Trevor Lawrence. But every game that it was played, it has not been Trevor Lawrence's fault of losing. I'm tired of people. I'm tired of going to these Facebook groups. Oh, Trevor Lawrence lost us this game, blah, blah. Trevor Lawrence don't play defense. The Giants game, he had 310 yards passing in that ball game. He had 133 today. Travis Etienne had 156 yards rushing today. The last 2 games, Travis Etienne had 114 against the Giants, 156. He had 86 against Indy, 71 against Houston, and he kind of stopped himself on 32. But that's when he was in Philly. That's when he was changing. He was him and Robertson going at it. So the last 2 games, Travis Etienne has played very well. Enough for us to win the ball game. So you can say what you want to. You got to give your hats off to Denver. Denver played great football when they need to. They made the stops when they need to. But also, Jacksonville Jaguars played good enough to win the ball game too. Just timely plays, mistakes. I mean, if you really look at it, we sacked Russell Wilson 3 times for 22 yards. Trevor Lawrence got sacked 2 times for 19 yards. Denver rushed with a collective running backs. They rushed for 28 yards for 101 yards. Their leading rusher was Mary with 46 out of 14 carries. Travis Etienne, 24 carries, 156 yards. He was the workhorse today. The team rushed for 32 yards, 191 yards. Ingram had 4 catches, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. He was targeted 6 times, caught 4. Christian Kirk was targeted 7 times, caught 3 for 40 yards. They started strong, but they have to finish strong for the offense and defense. Yeah, they got to put a complete game together. They haven't put a complete game together. That's the problem. That is the problem with the Jacksonville Jaguars. One game, the offense plays great. The defense poops. Now, this time, Trevor Lawrence made mistakes. The defense made mistakes. But once again, they were leading in the fourth quarter. They had to have the defense got to step up and make the big stops when they had to. The 98-yard drive. They couldn't get off. They couldn't make stops in that 98-yard drive. They gave them a length of the field, and the defense says, "Okay, you can drive on us, and we'll let you in the end zone at the end." Key interceptions. Trevor Lawrence threw key interceptions. The last interception he threw, you tap your hat off on Williams. Williams made a great play. He broke on the ball before Christian Kirk did, and he made a great diving interception. It's just the way the game is played. Jacksonville needs to learn how to win ball games when they're close. All this is learning. All this is still learning for the defense. They're still learning. But I'm going to tell you what, the Jaguars will need to find a number 1 wide receiver. Because right now they don't have one on their roster. They don't have one that could go up making contested plays and catches and stuff like that. That's something that they are missing. They're missing that big dog, the big wide receiver. They're missing the wide receiver that'll go up and make contested catches. Sometimes the wide receivers got to make the quarterback look good. We don't have that alpha male, that alpha dog at the wide receiver. The good teams have that alpha dog. For some reason, we don't. Not until we get that, then, like today, Melvin Ingram, the tight end, he showed up today to play. 4 receptions, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. They got to get the ball more to him on offense. They got to figure out more plays for him. He's a mismatch on the defense. Say Jones, he's played good here. They got to get him back playing football again. They got to get him back in some of the games like he did against the Chargers. Made some incredible catches against the Chargers. We have to get that going. We have to get that play. We have to get all that going. So, but like I said, it's not too much to talk about tonight. We did lose over in London. I'm going to wrap up the show now because I am in school. I got some classes I got to get done before a time is constraining up here and, getting down. So I got to get my classes up and going. So next week on Friday at 7 p.m. on the All Sports All Place Network, Jags Nation will be live. We'll be breaking down the Las Vegas Raiders here at TIA Bank Field at 1 o'clock is the game time next Sunday. For all my Duval fans and all the Jacksonville Jaguar fans, I would like to say good night. Hopefully next week we can complete that plate game, but we will be breaking that game down. Everybody have a good night. Duval.
Whole sports, all plays. Yeah. Whole sports, all plays. Whole sports, all plays. 365 5, we making the plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. Great eye in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.